cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, and welcome back to another Music Monday. Got another great topic for you, of course, today. I want to talk about the hip-hop fashion back in the 90s, 2000s, as opposed to now. The differences in the two and how much similar it may even possibly be, because I think there's some similarities also, and there are some differences, and some big differences, actually. So the first thing I want to bring up in the golden age fashion of hip-hop is the headgear. So we know that there were several different rappers that would wear the Kangos. You had DMC wear Kangos, LL wore Kangos, and they had different types of Kangos. I think we talked about this once before, Freddie G. You mentioned the Apple Kango, which was a different style of Kango that you would wear with a different outfit. It may not go like with the same thing you wearing the LL kind of Kango with, you know, where it looked like the bucket hat, basically.
Yeah.
The other Kango was more dressy style, the Apple type, while the bucket hat was more rugged, you know.
Yeah.
So now in headgear, what they're doing is mainly baseball caps. You may every so often maybe see. Now I used to see the pimp hats.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen several people in their videos, they put the dog hat on or whatever. But I think right now most in headgear they probably rocking a fitted hat, or
they're doing those colorful, changing color, you know, those the wave caps. You know, they got the kind that change the colors. That's the new thing. That's
even down to the hair. You know, they wearing the dreads.
Yeah.
You know, the headgear, they may have on a headband or something. It's a lot that they're doing a little bit different, which I'm not knocking, because of course it's a part of hip hop and fashion, and I'm guessing just putting it together in the right manner is what really counts. So yeah, the bucket hats and the Kangos and the Apple Kangos, I've seen the Doves, but today I think it's mainly more or less snapbacks, or you know, some kind of bandana around the head, and Comedian 96, like you said, the wave caps and different stuff like that. Now, what was a similar fashion statement in the hip hop community in the golden age and now would be the gold chains. They still rocking the gold chains. Just back then, it was the big dookie rope. Of course, you know, the big dookie rope. Everybody wanted to have a big dookie rope. It made you look like a b-boy back in the day. And you could wear the big dookie rope with anything. You know, the dookie rope was the shit.
Yeah, the dookie rope and the red Kango hat.
And the red Kango hat. That was LL, of course. But now, necklace-wise, it's all about the diamonds, the bling.
Right.
You know, if in order to be or to be looked at as a rapper, you have to have the bling.
Just I'm thinking about the Raiders hat. They had their dookie ropes on that in that first.
Oh yeah, of course, NWA. Yeah, they wore the dookie ropes. Yeah, I mean, it's been hip hop. The chains have always been hip hop. Now, do y'all remember there were people speaking against the rappers wearing chains because it made it seem like you got this noose around your neck? That's still a part of slavery. You still involved in, you know, what they want you to do, wear this rope around your neck as if you're imprisoned to slavery, you know. But that would be a slavery mentality, if you ask me. I think if I decide I want to wear a gold chain, it has nothing to do with the representation of a noose around my neck.
I think that was just another knock at just how folks didn't like hip hop back then and were trying to
had
get
to
it
have
out.
been.
Yeah.
Now, one of the main factors in early 90s rap as far as the shoe gear was Jordans. When the Jordans first came out, man, the rappers was buying the Jordans. They had, I think, I don't remember what artists would actually wear them, but they was wearing the Jordans. Jordans was hot. It was a part of fashion back in those days. The Jordan, the first pair came out with the wings on the side and the check.
Here's some shoes, and I actually had them until I heard who they was associated with.
What's that?
And I don't know if it was a rumor or not. Troops.
Oh yeah, true.
I thought before Jordan were the All-Star Converse. Remember the All-Star with the
Now
cotton?
Adidas.
Yeah, I was gonna say if anything it was
Adidas.
Yeah, Adidas. That's right.
And that was a
Adidas.
$1.6 million endorsement from Adidas to DMC.
Sure
Run
was.
DMC for that.
And we can't forget Puma because
Puma was hot.
Oh, yeah.
Puma was hot.
Yeah.
was a part of
And when you mention stuff like Puma, now they're rocking other stuff. Christian Dior shoes, they rocking the Kanye West shoes. It's a lot of different stuff. Now guess what's still in the mix though? They still wear Jordans.
That's still here.
That's just
30 years later.
That's just a part of fashion as of a whole. Has nothing to do with hip hop now. I don't think people gonna buy the Jordans, but they are big in the hip hop world. If you don't have a pair of Jordans, you really kind of tripping is how they look at it.
So what do y'all think about white Air Force Ones?
Yeah, that's a part of it. Nelly started it.
Yeah.
And actually, that's all that they're saying Dr. Dre wear is white Air Force Ones.
Really?
They say the man won't put on nothing but white Air Force Ones. If they not Air Force Ones, that's all he rock. He probably got a closet full of that shit.
He got OCD. Because you can't put on white and not look down constantly. You just can't.
Well, with him having so many pairs, it probably don't even matter if he scuff them. He got 15, 20 more pairs.
He donate them after he scuff a
Throw
pair.
them away after he finished.
So that was big, a while back. Now they may have some, but they going with other colors in the Air Force Ones. Of course, they got all kinds of colors and designs now that they doing.
Yeah.
People even doing their own shoes. They making their own shoes. They got the paint and they doing all kind of stuff themselves. And that's just a form of hip hop and creativity. So I think it does go together. But not a lot of them have the Air Force Ones. But Nelly did make it extremely popular.
Yes, he did.
When he dropped that one song, Stomping in My Air Force Ones.
Give me two.
He did that. Now here's another piece of fashion that lasted in the hip hop community for a long time. Started a while back and is still here now. Wearing the camouflage army fatigues. So they've been wearing that, and that's always been a part of black fashion. And I think it's very important that we understand the fact. What I think it is kind of like that if you're in the Army, you're in the Air Force or whatever, this symbolizes a group. And I think the wearing Army fatigue symbolizes some sort of form of unity in the hip-hop community with fatigues.
Did No Limit make that famous?
No Limit did it. They did it really well. And then Young Dolph did it, where most of his vehicles were fatigue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had a Army fatigue, everything he had, a vet, a Lamborghini. Most of the stuff he drove was Army fatigue. So Army fatigue has been really big in the hip-hop era for a long time. And I think that's pretty cool because it kind of shows some form of, commitment to something, as a group. And I think we need that in the hip-hop community, and not just or more so even in the regular community of hip-hop listeners. They need to understand being committed into a group or something if it's dealing with doing the right thing. So I think Army fatigues have been around for a long time. Now, do y'all remember anything leather?
Leather.
Leather jackets.
Yeah, leather.
Heavy D and them used to wear it.
The 8-ball jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Even the ones who had the not conspiracy, but even like the Poor Righteous Teachers, Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah.
They would remember this little deal.
Yeah.
leather African medallion.
I can't remember if the members only jackets were leather or not, but that was
Man, let me say something.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Stop. You remember that? I like the members only jacket. They were
Man,
hot.
let me tell you something,
I used to break dance at them.
Bro. That was never hot in the hip hop industry, man. Don't do that.
Just break
Don't
dance.
confuse our listeners
Okay,
with that, man.
I'm sorry. Who on the panel owned the members only jacket?
Bro.
Yeah, 2 out of 4.
I had one, but it
3
wasn't.
out of 4.
Listen to what he
but
said,
listen to
though.
what I'm saying. It was not the hip
We
hop culture.
We break dancing that. I was terrible at break dancing.
Now,
But-
if you want to go back to breakdancing, then yeah, they wore it back then.
Tell
but
me an
versus
artist that wore members.
No,
only.
members
nobody.
only jacket.
Nobody. Not that I
break
know of.
dancers wore it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about hip hop rappers. And breakdancing is considered hip hop. So I'm not totally against what you're saying. I'm just against it being on a rapper.
Let me make up for it. MCM.
Who is MCM?
Yeah.
Okay, now that's the leather though. That's the leather jackets. Just like the remember the 8-ball jackets?
Yeah, that's why I said 8-ball. I said that first. That was the first thing I said. 8-ball.
The 8-ball jackets was hot.
MCM, I remember.
MCM was hot.
Man, believe it or not, Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci always been in the
Still hot.
Yeah, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
really,
It was, yeah.
Because I can still vividly see Just Ice. Y'all remember
Wearing
the rapper
Gucci.
Just
Mhm, Just
Ice?
Ice, yeah.
On the cover with the Gucci, big Gucci hat like thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gucci was big. Here's another one. Remember Carl Kanai?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the designers.
That was one of the designers. Uh-huh.
And I think why that's important is because after he made this move as being a black designer, I think it picked up in the hip hop community and more artists started saying, not to say that Carl Kanai was an artist, but a lot of artists started saying, you know what, I can get into this clothes thing too and make me some money, and a lot of them did it and got money from it.
I'm surprised Carl Kanai fell off, man. You
Yeah,
know, I
they
thought
got
that
some
would be
good clothes,
one,
yeah.
as well as Fubu, that would have been in the game for a minute.
And Carl Kanai clothes were quality, man. He made quality shirts.
Mm-hmm.
They were tough shirts. They wasn't a little flimsy. You wasn't gonna buy a T-shirt and
Even
your
the
collar
little
was gonna
emblem, little emblem, like the
Yeah, was
metal plates and stuff.
yeah, they had a lot of good stuff, man, to the clothes. And I don't know why Carl Kanai ended, man, but I think he should come back.
Yeah, I believe that now, K-Money, I did hear you say Fubu, right?
Yeah.
But I believe that Carl Kanai should have lasted longer than Fubu.
Yeah.
I think
because of the with Carl Kanai, man, it seems like that was more stylish to
It
me.
was.
Right,
than-
and they were
than-
quality.
It was.
Not saying that Fubu wasn't classy. It seemed like they were more,
Yeah.
Classy.
more
Classy,
stylish.
yeah, I agree with
If
that.
you looked at the logo, Carl Kanai, the way it was written, gave class.
Yeah.
Just from looking at it.
From top to bottom,
yeah.
it was looking good.
Here's an artist, when I think of Carl Kanai, here's an artist that always come to mind to me. Tupac.
Oh, yeah. Sure did.
Bobby Brown used to wear a lot of Carl
yeah,
Kanai.
Carl Kanai.
Biggie used to wear Carl Kanai. Tupac wore Carl Kanai. Carl Kanai was it in those early days of hip hop. 90s. That was when it was in.
If you watch, was that Hillman? What's the name of that show? Different World. Pretty much everybody on that show.
Yeah, they was wearing a lot of that, and
Yeah.
and it's a lot of different designer clothes that they were wearing. Now here's one for the women, and one of their big things was baby fat. Back in the day,
Oh,
baby
yeah.
fat jeans.
Yeah.
Man, we used to love the baby fats. They also had the apple
Apple
bottom
bottom.
jeans. Now they not even wearing jeans. Everything they wear now is stretch pants.
Yeah.
Stretch
Leggings,
pants or
leggings.
biking shorts or
Yeah,
something like that.
so it's a
That boy said,
The-
Yeah, they
the
be
culture
tight.
has changed in so many ways when it comes to fashion and hip hop. I think it's going for the worst, kind of, for the male aspect of it. And the only reason I say that is because of the skinny jean issue.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the skinny jeans or the now tailor-made suits kind of look and appear as if they could be like skinny jeans.
And
Yeah, you
I
notice
still
that?
can't.
And they be flooding.
I still can't do that.
I can't
I'm not
do
a
it.
fan of. It sounds good to say I got a tailor-made suit, but if I'm not feeling right with
if
the
you-
look.
Yeah, I
I
can't-
If
can't
you see
sport
my
it, man. I
socks,
can't rock it.
if I see my socks, I don't want it.
Yeah, we didn't come from that era,
Yeah.
so it doesn't look good to us. And
Yeah.
and a lot of guys do it, and not just in hip hop; it's in sports and everything,
Yeah.
entertainment. This is the fashion that's out now. They wear those suits, you know, the pants. We used to call them high waters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Michael Jackson started the high waters
I used
with
to-
his socks showing.
Yeah.
friend of mine used to always mess with me. I used to have high waters on. He would say, "Going to Galveston." Man, every day he would just ask me, "Going to Galveston?"
Because you
Yeah,
had
you
your
feel
high
it.
water ass
I
pants
was
on.
making me mad. I was like, "Man, I ain't going nowhere."
Hey, remind me after the show. I'm gonna tell y'all about somebody that y'all know how he got his nickname.
So-
in elementary school.
So here's another one. The opposite in fashion now and in the golden era. We just mentioned the skinny jeans is what they doing now, as opposed to back in the earlier days of hip hop. It was baggy clothes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you had like cross colors. All of this stuff was baggy. Remember, it was cross colors. It was Jabot made
Jabot.
baggy
Mhm.
stuff. Nothing was tight fitted. Everything was loose fitting, and we was wearing big T-shirts.
Even the shirts, yeah.
You know what I mean? We was wearing tall T-shirts, 3T T-shirts. No matter how big you were, your T-shirt was long as hell.
Let me see if you remember what come after that. There was a little era here in Houston. Crispy.
Oh, you talking about starch?
Starchy Archie.
Boy,
Now-
boy, I still wear my shit starch, yeah.
Oh no,
Now,
you
I
get
don't
talked
think-
about now, boy.
I don't think that was in the hip hop era.
That was
Just really
H-Town
big.
well,
thing.
the SEC,
That was H-Town.
That was
stuff.
H-Town.
Yeah, that was here in Houston.
Yeah.
Of course, we did that on our scale, you know. But do you remember also back in the 90s, mid 90s, Coogee sweaters and Coogee stuff was really popping. Biggie was big on Coogee.
Coogee.
They even do it now. So there's some Coogee stuff that's going on
They still
now.
circulating now?
Yeah, you just got, certain type of people are going to wear it. I think it's designed for certain events now. When people go to a nice event, you can throw on something Coogee and still look fly and not overdressed. I think that's what Coogee was about. You look like you dress for the occasion, but you don't have. You can still be casual and look nice. I think that was a good idea from Coogee, the way that they set up their fashion goals.
And Coogee was hot for a minute too.
Yeah, Coogee and I'll also like Louis Vuitton. That's still big in the hip hop era. It was big back then. They wore the Louis Vuitton boots,
Yeah.
the Louis Vuitton shoes, the
Louis
purses.
Vuitton ain't gonna ever go away.
No,
I
that'll
don't think
never
so.
go
that'll
Nor
never go
Gucci.
away. Yeah.
Y'all remember Ed Hardy?
Yeah, Ed Hardy.
Ed
Hardy was big
Yeah.
for a while, and that was amongst all people.
Yeah.
It wasn't just our culture in hip hop. It was all races. Rock and rollers was wearing Ed Hardy. That was really big in music fashion, period. So that's even bigger than the stuff that we talking about. Ed Hardy got huge.
Yeah.
So now this is one that a few did, and this died in hip hop era. The overalls, the jumpsuit, that died out like boom, quick.
Yeah.
It didn't last long.
Guest jumpers.
Guest jumpers,
Yes.
any kind of
I
overall.
had
With
everything.
the
Yes,
last
jacket.
person,
You right.
The last person I saw do that was DMX. Wore the jumper with
One strap.
Yeah.
Oh, you show right.
That's the last person I saw.
that's
do
Because the
that.
only person I can remember I talking about.
Tupac did it.
What's his name? The patch on his eye.
Slick Rick.
Slick Rick. I seen him one time, one video. That "Don't Hurt Me Again" video. Don't.
Yeah, Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Teenage Love.
They all did it, man. It was a big thing. Even in our high school years, we was wearing the guest jumpers with one of the things straps off, but it wasn't.
It didn't last long. You right.
No, it didn't last long in hip hop, but it was a part of the hip hop fashion.
Yeah.
So it played a big role. Of course, we did the oversized clothes. Again, the tight jeans now is different than what I think true hip hop stood on. No, they wasn't going for that. And even the ladies wasn't dressing as provocative then as they are now, because it was a major move for black women empowerment in the hip hop world as far as, you know, the black women were concerned. It was empowering women to be better and show themselves as leaders. So they wasn't wearing the provocative clothes where now they have dressed on every video. They twerking on every video.
I mean, listen to what they talking about. So they dressing how they talking.
Right. So we lost, you know, the upstanding black woman that's trying to be something and help you grow. And that's I didn't mean to go to that, but you can't trust the woman that's twerking to help you grow in no sense of life. This is why it's important for black women to go back to empowerment, because we losing y'all as black women because we don't trust that you got our back. Not if you on TV, I mean, you on social media twerking. I don't trust you to do nothing for me. You know what I mean?
Wet ass pussy.
Yeah,
You know, so that's what we got from the female hip hop side, and I mean we got a good side from the males. I just think that the skinny jean era, even the choker chain era, and the medium shirts,
It's medium.
you know, that was a big thing in hip hop.
Yeah.
That's where it started with the medium shirts. They were small before the jeans got tight.
Yeah.
So then the shirts, as tighter as the shirts got, the jeans got tighter. You know, so now it's kind of like, you know, let's stop the skinny jean era, please. Let's stop it. And I mean, stop sagging them if you're gonna wear them.
You're gonna wear them? Yeah, they
Please.
skinny jeans.
Man, that looks so
Sag
stupid to
'em,
me,
yeah.
man. It looks stupid when you see two people walking and one of them got his pants on skinny and his drawers showing.
Exact. You know you can't run, so I can beat. You can't catch
I mean,
me.
it looks foolish, y'all. So just on a level, you know, of
Pull your
us
shit up.
being men.
You can two-piece them right now and just
he
just
can't
stand
go
back
nowhere.
10 feet. And
There's somebody out there named Fleece that's looking at you.
That's right. So y'all better be careful with your pants down. You ain't got to be caught with your pants down. They already there. Y'all need to stop it. Holla back next week, peace.
So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, D52 Scott Podcast. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast.